Hey there, sweeties! Jazzy here from Let's Get Jazzy, and I am uploading on the day I said I was going to upload, the day after my last video. And I feel like I should get like a prize for this. There's some trumpets, some fanfare going. Just go crazy with all that stuff. You're gonna have to use your imagination though, because my editing is not that good yet. We'll get there though. If you guys haven't read the title, then you don't know what we're talking about today. Today we are debating: is Harley Quinn more popular than Wonder Woman? Yes, I know. It's a crazy question. The reason that this even came up is I was watching the origin of Harley Quinn, even though I probably know it backwards and forwards at this point. I've been into her since I was 14 years old. But it said at the end of the video, it was just one little sentence, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to spin that for a video of my own. He simply just said, Harley Quinn has surpassed the popularity of Wonder Woman. Now that's debatable. But because, if you guys can't tell, I'm a little biased, I actually got the opinion of my mom, who's been a Harley Quinn fan since the beginning, and she gave her opinion on the matter, and I'm going to talk about both sides. So first, we're going to talk about my mom's opinion, and of course Wonder Woman in all of her gloriousness, so stick with us. Alright, lovelies. Now, today we are going to talk about first Wonder Woman! I tried to represent the best I could. I have most of my clothes at home, and unfortunately my mom is hiding all of her Wonder Woman shirts from me. But I have bangles on, kind of for her bracelets, except her bracelets were silver. But I tried, and trying is all that matters, and I got to dress up. I like dressing up. So, sorry about it. So before we get into my mom's thoughts on it, she didn't say too much, but she made a couple bullet points that I'm going to say. I'm going to give you a little bit of the history on Wonder Woman and why people love her so much. Her first appearance was in All-Star Comics number 8, and it was her first appearance in a comic book, and it was in December of 1941. Her popularity became so great with just that one comic book, that Sensation Comics number 1, in January of 1942, which, like I said, they wasted no time, had her first cover, which is super amazing. And she kind of blew up from there, had her own comic book for a long time. I think she had a hiatus in 1989 or 1982, and then she went right on doing her comic book, and that's continued to this day. So I think it's pretty cool that one little idea turned into something so amazing. And it was kind of like Superman was to people, but for women. And of course, she was going to be enjoyed by men as well, because, hey, this chick's in a one-piece bathing suit, and yes. But it was really good for young girls, and my mom mentioned that. And she loved the lens. So married my dad in a Wonder Woman outfit, so you could tell how nerdy we get in this house. There were 2 origin stories that I know of. The first one was her original story, where Diana was her name, was on an all-woman island, and she was built from clay. Well, not built from clay. She was created from clay from her mother, and she became Wonder Woman, and then all that stuff happened. And then in the New 52 version of her story, her mom actually had an affair with Zeus. If you guys have any knowledge of Zeus or Greek or Roman mythology, you know Zeus got around. So it made sense. And then she had sex with Zeus, and then out came Wonder Woman. And New 52 was kind of her figuring that out and interacting a lot with gods and goddesses, and it kind of grew from there. I don't know if Rebirth is the same way, because I haven't read it. My mom won't let me read her comic books. So unfortunately, that sucks. And she was pretty much just saying, one thing that she thought was so cool about Wonder Woman growing up was the fact that she could control the truth, and she could force the truth after somebody just from doing a little bondage and wrapping them in her lasso. And I mean, a little bondage, and you get men to tell the truth. I'm all for it. But my mom thought that was cool, and she was this woman who would kick ass with no apologies, and she was always herself. And that was really good for women back then, at a time when they maybe didn't have that many rights. And they didn't have that freedom like we do now. Not that we're perfect now, but it was really cool. And as much as she loves Harley Quinn, as much as she loves Linda Carter, and she said this one thing that really resonated with me, and I'm going to end this part with that statement. She said that Wonder Woman paved the way for Harley Quinn. And it's true. There was this woman, and then all of a sudden there were more women who were superheroes and supervillains and could kick ass, and it was all because some idea some guy had. And that's pretty awesome. But yeah, so that's all my points on Wonder Woman. I don't want to make this video 20 minutes, so I'm going to end it there. Now, I'm going to do a quick change and become Harley Quinn for the moment, so... Alright, guys. Now we get to Harley Quinn. I did my best with what I had, and I already know what you're going to say, so you can just put that in the comments. I already know. Why are you wearing sunglasses inside? It's very douchey. Well, they're Harley Quinn sunglasses, I promise. And I couldn't find my Harley Quinn mask anywhere. And also, couldn't put my hair in pigtails. Curly girls, if you know, I just washed my hair yesterday. You know how you can't literally do freaking anything with it until it's dirty. So I'm in my between stage, so you guys get puffballs. And they're not even puffballs, but I thought, it's Harley Quinn. Makes sense. So here we are. Now this part isn't going to be as long as my Wonder Woman part because my mom had a lot of really awesome points, and my points were pretty repetitive. So I just wanted to say Harley Quinn was actually started not in the comic books, but in the Batman the Animated Series TV show in, I believe it was 98. I'm going to write it down there if I got it wrong, but if I got it right, yeah. So she was... The reason that they even had Harley Quinn in the show is because there was a scene where Joker was going to jump out of a cake. Except they didn't think it'd be right for Joker to jump out of the cake. Thought it would be weird. So they wanted Harley Quinn to jump out. But then they turned out to have Joker jump out of the cake anyway. And she just had a couple appearances, and then all of a sudden she just blew up. And then she was in the comic book. And soon she had her own comic book, and she's been much more popular in recent years, probably because of the Suicide Squad, and her comic book is becoming so easy to get now. So a lot of people are kind of getting to know her and thinking, wow, she's really cool, and kind of feeling the same way that I've felt since the beginning. I've been a fan of Harley Quinn for years, since I was like 14. And I know her story, I know her origin, I know everything backwards and forwards. I even know New 52's version, which is pretty much the same as the past one, except darker. Read some of those. The reason that I think there's the argument with Harley Quinn is better than Wonder Woman is because Harley Quinn, unlike Wonder Woman, is human. She has her flaws, she's imperfect, she has Stockholm Syndrome, which, if you guys don't know, is this mental thing that she loves her captor. And that's kind of what it is. And that's her relationship with Joker. Girls who think that Harley Quinn and Joker are relationship goals. No. People who take their relationship from Suicide Squad. No. Okay, no. You just stop. You just stop right there. You pick up a comic book. You watch the TV show. You get changed real quick. So, there are so many things that are wrong with Harley, which I think makes her much more, not accepting, much more, I can't think of the word right now, but she just makes her, and she's really smart, and her story's incredible, and she's getting out of this relationship that has screwed her up for years. And yeah, she goes back once or twice or 20 times, but pretty soon she ends up getting out of it. In the New 52, that's what happened. I don't know what's happened recently, and definitely not Rebirth yet, so don't shoot me. I have them. I will read them when I have time. But yeah, and she has a heart, and she's bubbly, even though she's dealt with a lot of crap, and she's come out of it being stronger, which is amazing. outfit's stupid in Suicide Squad. Speaking of Suicide Squad, people, get ready for Harley Quinn 2016. Yeah. I don't know how to feel about it. I'm excited. I'm also not excited. Because that means there's going to be more people in those ugly boots. Those boots are so ugly. Oh my god. We won't get into it. This video's probably already gone on too long. So yeah, so that's kind of Harley versus Wonder Woman. And now I will get back into my regular clothes and I will say my final thoughts. Thank you. Alright guys. So I have compared both Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn and their amazing stories. And now I'm going to kind of give my final thoughts because this video's gone on a little bit too long. I was going to try and go back to what I was wearing at the beginning of the video. But my hair wasn't cooperating, my shirt wasn't cooperating, so here we are. You get kind of a mixture of Harley Quinn and everything else. I should have put on the bracelet or something so I could literally be part of everything else. But to end this video, I'm just going to say that I think Harley Quinn and Wonder Woman are both amazing characters. And I believe that it's amazing that they've become so popular. And it's amazing that Wonder Woman was popular. She's still pretty popular to this day. And we have Harley Quinn who's just coming up. And she's this new character. And she's new and she's clean. And it's pretty cool. And I think we could end this entire discussion on just saying how I believe that both of them are incredibly strong women. And I feel that they are all something to strive for in different ways. I'm not saying go out and get yourself a Joker. I'm not saying get a lasso and try and torture boys so they tell the truth. I'm just saying that I think this is a time for girls, and the fact that girls are getting more into comic books and more into comic book characters is awesome, even if they don't know the entire story. I've been guilty of blaming other people and saying you weren't as into Harley Quinn as I was when she first started, but I knew there was something special about her. I was 14 and I said, I want my car to be decorated as Harley Quinn. My dad said no because she's not popular, and I said she will be. And I was right. And Wonder Woman is now and forever will be popular, and I love both of them. Harley Quinn a little bit more though. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video hasn't bored you too much, and I hope you stayed for the whole thing. Unfortunately, that is all for this video, but we will always have the next one. See you later.